First, NorthJersey.com reported the Knicks have named Steve Mills as their new president. Then about an hour ago, ESPN's Ian Begley tweeted the Knicks met with Sacramento's VP Scott Perry today and that they are in discussions for Perry to become the Knicks general manager. We know Mills far too well. We know Perry not well at all. Most have never heard of him. What do we make, Sal, of the Knicks' apparent new brain trust? And again, looks like it's done with Mills, not done yet with Perry, but it's pointing in that direction.
Jonas, has there been any word on a change of ownership? Is James Dolan still running things? Because if so, this means nothing. I mean, once David Griffin turned them down, it confirmed all our biggest fears. We know that Dolan's going to have his say, or if not Dolan, the guys that Dolan trusts most in the organization. Steve Mills has been here for forever, and the Knicks have been inept. Allen Houston, and on and on and on, the guys that we haven't heard. So it may be nice to bring in a guy outside of the organization, but really, how much say is he going to have? I don't believe any, so I think this is insignificant as long as Dolan's there.
Outside of Perry, we don't know if he's coming. We don't know how he's going to do or what he wants to do. But this is like installing rusty pipes in a new house. I mean, it's the same people that have been there forever through the bad times and everything else. There'll be no buffer between James Dolan and anyone now. He tried that. He had Phil as the shield. It didn't work. Now he's got the same guys doing the stuff that they've been doing for years. How can it work?
Yeah, and you say we know Mills all too well. But do we really know him? I mean,
he never speaks.
Yeah, he's been there. I thought it was really a bad sign when he apparently is behind this Hardaway signing and then doesn't show up to introduce the guy.
What does that tell you?
I know.
That's what we know about him, right?
Yeah, that's what I mean. So is he making decisions? We don't know enough about him.
Well, here's what I know about him. He was instrumental in bringing Isaiah Thomas here. He was part of the regime through that whole sexual harassment lawsuit. He then was deposed for the best recent run for Donnie Walsh. And then he comes back.
No, I know what you're saying, but do we know if he can make basketball decisions? We don't really know that. He has a basketball background.
What do you think of the Hardaway move?
I don't like it.
Okay, there you go.
I want to see him.
It's a basketball decision he made.
I want to see him stand there and say, "This is why we did it." You know, I mean,
have I missed all the other teams in the league clamoring for Steve Mills?
No. I'm not saying you're wrong about. I'm just saying I don't think we do know the guy. You know, other than the fact that he's.
Well, I know he's no good.
But it still comes down to the same point, right? You could flash Scott Perry's resume and all those different things. Okay, well, here's a new young GM. See if he's going to put his imprint on this team. You know, he's not going to get a chance to put his imprint on this team because Steve Mills is there, who is clearly the go-between between Dolan and everybody else.
Makes you wonder why he's coming here.
He's coming here because of the money. James Dolan, if anything, he pays a lot of money. As you saw with Phil Jackson. Why didn't he come to that press conference, Mills? Why didn't he come? He didn't want to answer any questions. He never wants to answer.
And you know what else we know about Steve Mills? We know that he is a survivor and almost a leech to James Dolan. Let's be honest, right?
Yeah.
This is a guy who made this Tim Hardaway move. Probably not because it made good basketball sense, because it helped him get this job. That's what we know about Steve Mills.
You're right. And you know what? All the people that are there that have been there for a long time, you hit it on the nail on the head. They're survivors. That's their skill.
Yeah, I mean, so that's
certainly not winning.
That's true.
Is there anything else I can illuminate you on with Steve Mills?
You're taking this very personally.
Well, I mean, because you said we don't know him. We do.
I don't think we do know him.
He's a Garden henchman.
But
There's henchmen in James Bond movies. Austin Powers at the Garden.
Right, we know what he does, but I've never heard him speak and actually explain what he knows and what he doesn't know.
You'll never hear him speak.
Maybe he won't. Yeah.
He's silent.
I wasn't insulting your introduction to the...
I felt insulted. No, I did not.
Obviously, you did.
No, it was fine.